Currently, the RC-600 is arguably the best looper available on the market. There are other loopers that do other things, perhaps better than the RC-600, but for the flexibility available in the RC-600, it's unmatched. Here are the 5 things that I want to see fixed or changed on the RC-600. First, the write function on the RC-600 can be assigned to any of the 9 foot switches on any of the 3 modes, or it can be assigned to an external control switch. It can't currently be set up as an assign. I want to see that change because I want to put it on my MIDI controller and not taking up one of my foot switches. Similarly, the next thing I'd like to see changed is all clear. Right now it can be set up on any of the 9 foot switches over the 3 modes. It can also be set up as an external control switch, which is the way I'm using it right now. It isn't currently available from what I can see as an assign. You can set up an assign to clear any of the 6 tracks, but you'd have to set up 6 assigns to one button in order to do an all clear. I want to see all clear set up as an assign. Number 3, assigns are currently saved per memory. I really like that. It means that you can have different assigns on different memory, however you're going to use them for that particular song or setup for looping. Most of us have a handful of favorite assigns that we want to be able to have across different memories. It would be nice for individual assigns to have them across the system. MIDI doesn't take up a lot of data. I would like to see 16 additional system assigns as well as 16 assigns per memory. The fourth thing I want to see has to do with the display mode. Right now you can use page right or left to be able to go between display modes, or you can set it up on a rotary switch. What I'd like to see is this to be available either as an option on one of the foot switches, but even more so as an assign, so that then you could put it on one of the foot switches in addition to whatever is on that foot switch. So for example, you could make it so that it switches over to showing the display mode of the input effects or the track effects when you have selected the effects. Additionally with this, it would be nice if there was a display mode that showed both the input effects and the track effects, maybe on 2 different lines, so that you could see all 4 of them on 2 different rows at once. The 5th thing I'd like to see changed, I've come to learn, is actually a problem with all Boss loopers. Now, I've used various other loopers in the past, but I haven't had a Boss looper before. So this is the first time I've run into this. And I've already done a video on this, and you can look back to that if you want to. So for example, here, I'm recording 3 bars of one particular loop. Then I record 6 bars of another loop. Now if I do that in order, if I record the 3 bars, and then I start the loop for the 6 bars, I can record my 6 bars, and those will play in sync. However, if I come back to them after stopping and play the 3-bar loop, and then try to start the 6-bar loop before doing 6 bars, then the 6-bar loop starts in the middle. A lot of times for most songs that's not a problem. However, if you were to do a dropout and let's say just have percussion for 1 bar, when you start back up, you're going to be 1 bar into the loop. You would have to actually do a dropout equal to the number of measures in the other loop in order to pick back up again at the beginning of this loop. Now Boss is given the option with stop mode for immediate, fade, or end of the loop. What I'd like to see is Boss make multiple options for start mode. So you have immediate or you have fade, but you also have at the next beat, at the next measure, in sync the way it is now, as well as the beginning of the loop. When it comes back around to the 1, that's going to start no matter how many bars are in each one. I'd also like to see stop mode expanded in a similar way, rather than just immediate, fade, or loop. Related to this, right now, when you hit stop, whether you're recording a loop or you're playing back a loop, if you have it on loop, it will stop at the end of that loop. What I want to see is the same thing reflected in start mode, where if you hit that start mode early, because you know it's coming, then it won't start until it gets to the 1 of the measure. That way, you can be focused on playing the music instead of tapping your feet. There's a few bonuses that I'd like to see. It would be great if Boss could develop an app. So the way the memories are saved are just text. And so developing the user interface on top of it to save as text wouldn't be very difficult. And I would like to see Boss do that. Or at the very least, create something to be able to save favorite assigns or copy and paste assigns and control functions so that you could easily move between different memories without having to save over a particular memory and then reset it up for the way you loop or the way you do a particular song. The next bonus I'd like to see the option of having a mode 4 and leave the way you record to the first two modes and then effects to the third mode. Your fourth mode is going to be more of the flexible mode. Finally, and completely unnecessary, right now to change the color of the LED, you have to actually use that in the mode and then give it a new assign. I don't think it would be that difficult for Boss to create it as an option, your color off, your color on, within each of the foot switches over the 3 modes. So there are the top 5 things that I want to see Boss change. Comment below and let me know what are the things that you want to see Boss fix or change in the next update. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want, and I look forward to seeing you next time.